All right, y'all, so just got back from the trails. Luckily, I did a bike check because this could have been bad. So Saturday morning, we go up, we go riding. I pull the bikes off the rack and start doing kind of my typical bolt check. I check sprockets and wheels and stems, and I found this thing has a crack in it, and I'm pretty sure that crack was there 2 weekends ago when I was racing the state race. So that could have been really bad. That is not something you want to mess with. So luckily we were already out on that side of town at the trails, at the track. So we stopped by and met with Chad. So shout out to Chad Powers, always has what we need, always has the things that we're looking for, and keeps our BMX bikes up and running well. So went in, this is the stock Mongoose stem, which is a 50 mil. You can see it's a front load, and if we look at it, it's coming in and it drops down to where the middle of the bar is. So in terms of an aftermarket one, picked up this S&M. This is a 49 mil black S&M stem. Yeah, they got all kinds of colors. My kids wanted me to get crazy colors, but I don't need all that stuff in my life. Just need a stem so I can ride my bike, right? So anyway, when we look at it, this one is gonna sit up a little bit higher the way it bolts on. And so I may end up having to adjust my stem spacers to get things right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our trusty tape measure, and we're gonna measure from the ground to the bottom of the bar. From the ground to the bottom of the bar is gonna give us an overall height. We don't care what it is, we just wanna know what that height is, so that once we set this on with the bars, then we can adjust it accordingly with our spacers. That's the process. Let's get to it. All right, so step one, find some flat ground to put this thing on. Break out your tapey tape measure. All right, from this vantage point, it looks like it's 30 3/4. So I don't know what that is on the other side of the world. I'm gonna go 30 3/4. I measured in the front because I can actually get really close to this bar. Back here, I'm having to guess, and I'm kind of going down. Anyway, 30 3/4, that's what I'm gonna go with. Pull this stuff apart, put the new one on. So we look at this up close, man, you can see where it came across, and it was almost halfway through, cracked on this side. You can see on the side here it's cracked all the way through. And it's kind of got a little line in here. If I flip it over, it's got those numbers in there, and it was right to that second one. So that thing's cracked all the way through. Ain't gonna lie, that's a little sketchy if you're out there racing and ripping, because it only takes one little thing for that thing to snap, bars go out, you go down. It's just not good. Now let's keep going. All right, so it's just temporarily on there. Not temporarily, but it's not locked in place. We're gonna go ahead and do our measurement, see if we need to adjust spacers here. And it looks like even I can get rid of a spacer at the top, which is kind of nice. Less spacers is always gooder. That's right, I said gooder. All right, let's take this measurement here. Looking for 30 3/4, and that looks like it's 31 1/2. So I do want to go ahead and bring these bars down. So I'm going to pull the stem off. We'll take one of these spacers out, maybe even both of them, and see what we get. Measure again. still 31. That's as close as I can get. So that's my new ride height. All right, I'll adjust my spacers up here. I think I'm gonna take these stock metal ones off, go with these little fancy carbon ones. So conveniently, I have extra washers here because I don't like how these are lining up. See what I get from that and that. That's a little close. All right, so that's gonna be what I work with here. So I'm gonna do a medium in there and then a big one on top. That way I've got full coverage. We'll lock it in. And everybody rides their bars different. I tend to have mine perpendicular to the ground. The ground is flat, on my bar is straight up. A lot of people run them in line with this, and maybe I go perpendicular and just a smidge back. Sorry, my head's in the way. I'm trying to look at it. Get out the way. Yeah, so that's perpendicular, just a little back. I'm gonna lock that in. I'll ride it around the neighborhood later on today and see how it goes. There you go, just like that. New stem installed. Safety first, kids. Check your bike parts before you ride. All right, that's it. We'll see you on the track. Peace.